Okay, I'm looking at the driver's side A-post here, and we've got this step there. We've got to try and work out how to get round this. So I've got a length there of 20, and I've got a length there of 35, with this funny shapedy bit there. So I think I'm going to need 2 pieces. One piece to go down there, and another piece that will go down here, because I can make that all in one go, and then another piece to bridge the gap. And it might be a bit of a faff, but it might be the easiest way of doing it. So make 3 different pieces. The hardest bit's going to be getting that bit there. But potentially, I could get that bit when I do that. So I think I'm going to have to hit it with the angle grinder, cut all of that off, and see what we got. Right, so I've cut a bit out and I've cut the bottom section of the gutter off. I've cut this end section off here, which is there. So I'm going to have to change all of this round there, up there, and obviously that bit there. And these are some of the templates that I'm making as I go along. I'm about done for the day now. I've cut this section out here because all that had gone. I've done the bottom of the gutter channel, and then I can weld that in there. This section here's gone. I've got that all bent up, ready to go in there. And then on the inside, this is the best bit around here. There we go. We've made all this up and got it all spliced in there nicely. So there's another bit to go where that is. That'll integrate that to that, and then it's a case of quick tidy up in there, and then fill the hole in, which is the bit that you'll see at the front of the car. It's been a few weeks now since I last did a video on this Dolomite here. I think last time I filmed anything I was doing this A-post. So this section here has all been fabricated round there and on top of there, and I've just been over it with some Tiger Seal just to help seal it up to prevent water seeping inside the gutter channel. That bit of gutter's new, all hand fabricated and all inside there. You can see some of the welds, and I'm moving on now to the other side. Oh, by the way, that section there was new, and I think that was it. So last week I just cut the bottom outer sill off. It revealed a very solid inner sill, or strength of panel. It's just gone on the end there. I'd already made that previously. Might be a bit thin on that corner there, but really that's to be expected. That's where the water would gather. Again, like everything else on this car, it's all been very well undersealed, which causes issues for when you try to weld it. That was the underseal just there. I've picked up a new outer sill, second hand but never been fitted. So, and I've also got the new strengthener panel, which is on Mount Dolomite here somewhere. Not sure where that is at the minute. It's under there, that's where it is. They are outer sills. I've decided not to use them because I'm doing the full sill. So I'm going to hit it with the drill and angle grinder, and I'll report back in another 5 hours time when we've got some progress. So I'm pilot drilling these spot welds with something like a 3.5 mil drill, and then I'm going through again with a 7.5, trying not to break through, but the occasional one does. These ones are quite obvious as to where they've been spot welded, but here I'm having a bit more trouble. So until I start chiseling it apart, I'm not really going to know where it's welded. Same with here. They were pretty obvious. And then further back here, the easiest thing we were to do would just be cut all of that off. And there. Taken 2 measurements from the gutter, there and there. We've got 1003 to that face, just straight down, and 990 to there. Last time on the other side I measured from my angle iron that I've put in, but this time I thought I'll go from the gutter, because ultimately that determines where the door's going to shut, or the gap, should I say. So I'm going to finish drilling them, and then I can get in from underneath with a hammer and chisel and start whacking some of these off. I got the last one off in one piece, so I'm going to try and do the same with this one. I spent a large portion of the day cleaning or removing all this metal. I didn't make a very good job of this. I made a much better job on the other side. Well, I've ended up with bits like that, which is not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. There's a bit there where I've cut through the side of the footwell, but it's one of them. It happens. You can see all the bits of rust that's on the inside. This side was better than the other side, quite a lot better actually, as in I probably could have worked with it and made it go again, but it was still rotten in places, like up behind here there's a big hole, and so it's the right thing to do to replace all of this. Still got this lip here that needs removing. All of that will come off with an angle grinder, and any repairs that need to be done to the inner sill, then I can crack on and do that. But yeah, it's okay. I'll end up getting a new wheel arch for this, probably, because it's just a bit too far gone, I think. So yeah. Now, which of these do you think is the new item? I thought so as well, but as it turns out, it's that one. But I've damaged it more getting it out than what it was actually damaged. I've hit it there, and then these are bits where I've been at it with the chisel, and you can still also see where the outer sill is attached that used to go on there. So the only real rot is in this corner here. Again, that's the outer sill. But a couple of things to note with the new inner sill, strengthener panel even, is that it's there's a bend there which shouldn't be there. It should only be there, so that needs straightening out. And also something I only just noticed today that I didn't notice on when I did the other side, was that this square hole here has got this flange on it, whereas on the top it doesn't. It's flat. And here on the new one, that flanges all the way round. So to be right, that should be hammered flat. So that's something to consider when I put this back in. But before I can do that, I need to clean all this up, get it all nice, get a nice edge for welding against, and then we can start. And I think that's it for today and this video. I've still got one or two bits to do, like that bulkhead there, and then we can start the back end.